Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching. Welcome to Season 19 here at Phoenix SimSport, a brand new season that will bring you more fun, more entertainment, and most importantly, more racing. In this up and coming season. Kicking off the new season tonight will be the return of the Formula Regional Series, a brand new car that has been tuned on the basis of the Tata's FT60. And we'll be going racing very, very shortly. So this series every Thursday from 6:50 p.m. GMT/UTC, 7:50 p.m. British Summer Time, and 8:50 p.m. Central European Summer Time. We'll have two more series on Friday that will be Caterham and GT4, replacing the previous MX5 and TCR series. Saturday is no longer IndyCar. IndyCar will be making a return, but not this season. It has been replaced by Super Formula, an equally fun car to go racing on. And on Sunday, we have 3 instead of 2 series. We'll be racing the GPL 67 or 60s car, as well as DTM, the Class 1 version, of course, the old version, not the new GT3 version, as well as Formula 1 2005, rounding off a thrilling and tiring Sunday series if you decide to do all 3 series. For some reason. Well, I'm sure someone will try to challenge that, so that will be interesting. A quick look at the Formula Regional calendar though. We're going racing once again, just like Season 18. We'll be going racing for 3 weeks, with 1 week break after the 3 weeks, and then so forth and so on. So the first 3 rounds of the brand new season are Hockenheimring, Shanghai International Circuit, and Barber Motorsports Park. So from 3 different continents, 3 different countries. And then the second phase of the season will be going towards Circuit Ricardo Tormo, aka Valencia, Circuito do Estoril in Portugal, as well as the 2005 version of the Silverstone Grand Prix. The final 3 rounds for Formula Regional this season are Mont-Tremblant, Jeddah Corniche Circuit, which will be very fast and very fun, and we're rounding off at Interlagos, the famous circuit located in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The intro has been played, yes. Now, a quick look at the circuit map of the night. Hockenheimring, of course, one of the more popular and more well-known tracks on the calendar. 17 turns, 4.5 kilometers. Now, a change this season. The car does not have push to pass anymore, so none of that to worry about. The suspension has been changed this season to make the car more realistic, and it won't do some very weird behaviors mid-corner. As well as the race formats, it's no longer time-based, it's now lap-based. Race 1 tonight will be 18 laps, race 2 will be 13 laps, and qualifying is 10 minutes, which has just gotten underway. And we have so many drivers. Well, tonight, as we go to the live session, the qualifying session, you can see a lot of drivers now out on track. The first coming out of the long track is Eric Onombi from Mark 1 Motorsport. Now, I believe the other Mark 1 Motorsport drivers are not here tonight. That is the reigning champion Jack Smith, as well as Sven de Haas, who is joining the Formula Regional Series for the first time this season. So Eric Onombi on the season, well, on the opening round of the season, will be on his own for now. But he will definitely be one to challenge the title alongside the likes of Marcel Micou, of course, who finished 3rd last season in this series. We're missing Max Simons tonight by the look of things. He would have been another strong championship contenders. But from the practice times, it looks like Marcel Micou as well as Eric Onombi will be the two to watch out for tonight, battling for victory. Now, a quick rundown of the grid. I'm not sure. I think the qualifying will just be basically trying to introduce the whole grid. We have 19 drivers currently in the server, makes that 20 as Federico Latini now joins. As Onombi has started his first proper flying lap here at Hockenheim. Now, if volume is wrong, please tell me. I'm using a new OBS format that has been kindly provided by Paul Anton in the Discord server, so there will be some teething issues to sort out for tonight. Eric Onombi is the Swedish driver who got 1 win and 4 podiums in season 18 Formula Regional, and he finished 6th place in the championship, going back to back on the podiums in the last 3 races of the season. So he's definitely carrying big momentum into season 19. Now behind him on the road, don't get your eyes fooled, this is not Marcel Miku. It is a livery that is just basically the same as Marcel's livery. It's driven by Jakub Borovic, car number 301 from AOA by Double Yellow Motorsport team. Now I believe there are, I think, 8 Double Yellow Motorsport drivers on the grid, but they are separated in 3 different teams just to, I guess, make it fair for other teams. So 3 from AOA and 3 from the main Double Yellow Motorsport team, as well as 2 from MCS Motorsport, which is the abbreviation of Muck Scottish, I believe, aka Callum Scotland, who has incidentally gone to the top of the standings. You can see in the purple and white MCS Motorsport livery, as he has now gone 0.4 of a second faster than Eric Onombi. So Callum Scotland then is, of course, from Scotland, as the name suggests. Funnily enough, his SimGrid profile has a Finnish flag, because apparently the Scottish flag is unavailable on SimGrid. So he decided to choose one of the series that is one of the flags, I should say, that is the most, I guess, similar to the Scottish flag. So very interesting choice from Scotland. He won 3 of the 4 LMU hypercar races in season 18, so he's definitely fast in other series, but I believe this is his first race in the AC series here at Phoenix SimSport. Well, thank you to Leila Petralia for subscribing with Prime, as she has now subscribed for 9 months in a row. I believe that is sad. Fantastic from Leila, thank you very much. And yes, it is me. I'm making a, well, because I raised both of the series on Friday, so I may as well commentate on Thursday, because I do love commentating. Unfortunately, I'll be alone tonight, as Sandy Burgee, my usual co-commentator in MX5, is doing the race director job, as he has 2 trainees to train, so that they can become race directors for Friday series, so our beloved Sandy Burgee can finally have a rest on one of the nights of the 7th. As he is a very busy man in the AC division here at Phoenix SimSport. A quick look at Eric Onombi, who's actually coming out of the pits. So currently 3rd place is Anthony Victor Chappelle. Car 873 is one of the Double Yellow Motorsport main team drivers. He raced in Class 3 in a historic sports car championship last season, and this will be his Formula Regional debut. If he can start P3, he'll be a very happy bunny, the driver from Israel. And Jack Smith has appeared in the server. Now that is a surprise. I don't believe he checked in the attendance channel. The reigning champion might be making a shocking appearance here in the season opener. Where's Marcel Miku actually? He is still on the I believe that it's TMC saying he'll be watching me from race direction tomorrow. Well, GT4 is going to be a bloodbath, as I believe the attendance is like 30 drivers. And yeah, it will be a lot of contact, I would imagine. So anyway, Marcel Miku hasn't set a lap time. Now he is the 2nd top driver in terms of returning drivers from season 18, as he has a bit of a lockup, it seems, going into the hairpin. Well, the thing is, I don't really have that mental capacity to turn it on and off, so I decided just to put it permanently there, because, you know, there's nothing to be seen on the bottom left, so may as well keep it there. Because toggling it on and off is just, I don't know, it's just too much work for me. Of course, if it lags the stream or lags my OBS, then I have to probably turn it off, I guess. One of the default livery drivers have gone off. I believe that is Gabriel Zarimpo, kind of a 777 from USA, very late entry for the Formula Regional Series this season. I believe he signed up about 2 hours ago. He wasn't even going to attend, or he was there. He wasn't even planning to attend this race. He was planning to attend the series on Friday, but he decided to join late, and we welcome everyone for a brand new season of Formula Region. As Marcel Miko goes up to second now, 800s ahead of Eric Onombi. We're 2 minutes away from the end of qualifying, and we have introduced about 3 out of the 22 drivers tonight. Hotkeys, yes, but a lot of the hotkeys are banded for CMRT broadcast, and if I bind more hotkeys, my brain will be more mushed, unfortunately. As Marcel Miko goes purple in the first act, and a really quick rundown there I need to do. We've introduced top 4. Frank Staniewski is currently in P5, car number 52, you can see, with the yellow livery, of course, from Double Yellow Motorsport. Darren McAllister has spin in the middle sector. He is sponsoring, or he's driving the Marcel Miko alike, but not Marcel Miko livery. Of course, all 3 of these cars are from AOA team. Also, a subdivision from Double Yellow Motorsport, but it seems like Darren McAllister is struggling on this lap. Jean Robel has gone up to 6th and decided to park it on the side of the track, so his qualifying is done and dusted. Car number 8 from Vision Performance team, and he is from Poland, and this is his Phoenix SimSport debut, as Eric Onombi sets a purple Sector 1. So we'll keep a look at him while we cycle through the drivers. Alex Perry in the yellow livery, as we introduced already, from W Yellow Motorsport, car number 121 from the United Kingdom. Now this is also his Formula Regional debut. He raced in LMU last season in Phoenix SimSport. Gabriel Victor, car number 186 from France. From G League team, I believe that is a single driver team entry. Now, I believe he raced in LMU Hypercar last season. He did the final round and won on his debut. So let's see if he can replicate that form in Assetto Corsa. It doesn't look very likely, as he's currently 2 seconds off the pace from Callum Scotland, who might get challenged by Eric Onombi very fast or very soon. Jakub Burovic again in the AOA blue livery. Car number 301 from Poland. Of course, teammates with Darren McAllister, as well as, I believe, Benjamin Oding, who's also the other blue car. Eric Onombi comes out of the final corner. Can he take pole at last? Yes, he can! The Swedish driver is set to take pole in the opening round, unless Scotland or Marcel Miko can do anything about it. Marcel Miko spins! So he will not be taking pole on the opening round of the season. And Benjamin Oding up to 9th, the other AOA team, or driver I should say. So he's up to 9th. As we do some more rundown of the grid. Daniel Airy, car number 7, now he's a returning driver from season 16. When he did that season, we were still using the default Tatus cars, and he got 3 podiums in that series, so Daniel Airy definitely had pace. Now, he didn't race in the last 2 seasons. Vitas Kvidorovicius, the Lithuanian, is one of the drivers without a team on the grid. Sadly for him, he's currently 14th. Andrew Fox has just gone up to 10, so that's a good job from the debutant. Car number 35 from Canada, from 10B Performance. Now he is a full debutant, Andrew Fox, so up to P10 is very good for him. Matt Gringo, car number 3, raced in as Callum Scotland spins, coming out of the penultimate corner. I don't think anybody else can challenge Eric Onombi. So the Scot spins in the final corner, giving the Swede the pole position here at Hockenheim. We have to rejoin the server in different, from session to session. So we'll quickly look at now. Does this show on my stream? No, it doesn't, because the stream has no HUD. So, well, the HUD is inaccurate anyways because people have now disconnected from the session. So what we're gonna do now is, I guess, go back to the wait screen. See, when I commented in MX5 and TCR, I don't have to rejoin the servers. So this is a new experience for me. The Steam tune is back. It's very low, but that's fine. I need to rejoin the server as well. A quick look at the chat then, because I was busy trying to introduce people. Yes, DYM is running Imasio Miku, a like livery to disguise as him indeed. And that is the AOI Wear, aka AOA team. Maybe give some speed, that could be true. And Gabriel Victor, P8 on debuts as a French driver, that is well done to the Frenchman. You ended up P11, unfortunately. I think there were late improvements, I believe. My bottom left thing keeps glitching. Oh, has that been an issue then? If the in-game sound is quite low, I can turn that up a bit. Well, I can't now, I guess. No, I can. I just need to go back to this screen. Oh yeah, the bottom left is flickering, huh? Maybe I'll take it off, because that is a bit... Yeah, I'm taking that off. I'll see if... Yeah, okay. Sure. If your livery is not showing up in GT4 server, ping Bergie or send him a DM afterwards. He's currently busy race directing now, so he'll sort that out, well, after Formula Regional is finished. So a quick warm-up session for everybody to rejoin. And then we'll have an 18-lap race. I'm not sure if it's set up correctly. Let's have a look. I don't think so. Maybe it's still 30 minutes. Hang on. Because the race session is set to 30 minutes. Now, let me read the rule books. Or try to see. It says it will be lap-based. But the server is still set to 30-minute race. So, yeah, not sure how that's gonna work. Maybe it won't be 18-lap race after all. Yeah, CMRT is very bugging, but it is also one of the best streaming thing for Assetto Corsa, so... Yes, if you have any question regarding the server, ask Bergie, or I don't know if that is what you're asking. As, let's see, who have we not... Oh. Has this... I believe the race director has rectified the error, because now the server is set to 18 laps instead of 30 minutes. So that would explain why Eric Ortonby went under the ground and the server collapsed. Well, teasing issues on week 1 of a brand new season is to be expected. And we're back in! Way. Alright, 3 more minutes for everybody to join, and then we'll be actually going racing for 18 laps instead of having to guess how many laps you know, we have to do. Also, audio volumes, or what's the word? My brain is not really working tonight at 3 a.m. even though I woke up 5 hours ago. How is the audio basically? If the game is still too low, I can tune it up. If now it's too loud, also tell me. Thank you, chat. That's why you're there, you're lovely people. We will continue with our introduction of some of the drivers we didn't get to cover in qualifying. So Lachlan PP, another rejoining driver, kind of 99 from the United Kingdom. Now I believe he did tatters in season 14, 15 and 16. But he only did one round of Formula Regional last season. Rowan Walsh is the safety car driver, aka the trainee, race director. Jules Flint from Romania, actually, kind of 18, is is the other car for MCS Motorsport, the teammate of Callum Scotland, who will be starting P2. Now Jules is starting from rather further down of the grid, it seems. He's starting 18th. We have Gabriel Zarimpo. I'm going to butcher that name so often, kind of a 777, another Phoenix debutant from the United States of America. Very Latini, kind of a 397 from Mantis Racing. Now, he did do season 18 Formula Regional, and he got ninth in the championship with the best result of a 6th position. Jack Smith is rather far away from the rest of the grid. I don't think he did qualifying. Seward is actually in the safety car, so these are the two. Well, they are revving the engine. I mean, they can jump the start, it doesn't matter, they're both race directors. But Jack Smith is very far away from the rest of the grid. The reigning Formula Regional champion is starting from the back for an 18-lap race. Let's wait and see how far ahead he can get to. We'll see the mainstream with Eric Onombi or the main screen. I don't know who to look for in the middle. I guess Gabriel. Oh, that's not Gabriel because CMRT loves to change. I should probably get rid of Rohan Walsh's name on the leaderboard, so the leaderboard doesn't go to 3 pages. I'll keep Sue over there because that name is too difficult to type. So Gabriel Victor will be the little picture-in-picture on the left as we await for the first green flag racing lap in Assetto Corsa here at Phoenix? I'm really not speaking tonight. Here at Phoenix SimSport season 19. The lights are about to come on. Now the lights are not the same. The lights in the middle is not the same as the CMRT lights. I think that should be a red flag. I did not react because I see different lights. I'm not sure how this is going to be counted. Eric Onombi is now leading. It's a restart. So the lights in the middle, the 6 red lights, I'm not sure if you can see the 6 red lights. No, you can't. So on my screen, I can see the 6 red lights. That's the game red lights, as well as the CMRT red lights. They are completely the same, not the same. So, well, I'm not sure how or what should I do to make you guys see that. That is a very good question. Because it's not in OBS app redirection. It's just the in-game lights basically was still on the 5th light when the CMRT lights went out. Can double-click Assetto Corsa. Include hard. Okay, so now you can see the 6 red lights in the middle of the screen. That was the one that did not go where the CMRT lights went. I'm going back to the clean view. So that was an aborted start of some sorts. Let's hope it doesn't happen again, but who knows? It might happen again. So I don't know what's going to happen if it happens again. Eric Onombi is starting from pole ahead of Callum Scotland, Marcel Miko and Anthony Victor Chappelle from row number 2. Frank Staniewski alongside Jan Robel with Darren McAllister and Alex Perry on row number 4. Benjamin Modi and Ezra Fox on row number 5, ahead of Gabriel Victor and Jakub Borovic. Daniel Ari, Avidas Kvitadovicius, Matt Gringo, New Salvin. I believe is a driver that I didn't introduce yet. Car number 455 from Full Stand Racing. The Thai driver is racing tonight on his own because his teammate is not here. Let's hope this start goes better than the last one. Jackson is now in the pits. The lights once again is different. And I think that has to be another aborted start. And we are crashing at turn number 1. And people are in the wall and spinning across the track. And who is that going all the way at the back? The black car of Lachlan PP spinning coming out of turn 1, and he's round. And people have got drive-through penalties for jumping. Xiang Robel has gone up from 6th to 1st. Marcel Miko up to 3rd. The post is down to 8th. Heading down towards the very, very tight hairpin as Matt Gringo, I believe, goes very deep. They've all gone deep. They're crashing, and the server has been restarted. I hope, unless my internet has crashed. And for the 4th time this stream, we are back to this screen. So clearly, I think one of the new scripts that so I think what's happened is so no, but so when the race was time-based, you can see a countdown in CMRT app, and basically when the countdown turns from, for example, 30 minutes or 29 minutes 59 seconds, that's the exact time that the lights will go out. So you can basically use that countdown as your light signal. You can get a good start. Now, what I think has happened is there's a script trying to make sure the starting lights are random and not correlate with CMRT. But then most people are using CMRT, and then it just breaks everything. So I think whatever new scripts, whatever new starting lights, light procedures was introduced, has basically broken the game. Now the good news is that it has been swiftly restarted. Well, once again, watching Eric Oldhamby doing warm-up laps. The drivers have gotten a grand total of 3 warm-ups so far. Let's hope this time everything goes smoothly. Because we are 15 minutes behind schedule. Anyway, we are here again. So, yeah, we are here again. Let's hope everything is now going to be fine. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to do another rundown of the grid. I've probably done about 3 half rundowns of the grid that is very broken up. But yes, I think things should be fine. As I probably need to get some of the real penalty messages on the stream as well. I'm not sure which one of these I should be turning on, but I guess I'll do that for now. Anyway, we shouldn't be too long before we actually get going at Hockenheimring. This iconic circuit has been waiting for green light action. Green light? I really can't speak today. Yeah, sleeping at 2 p.m. yesterday was definitely a bad idea. Definitely. Anyway, 18 laps of racing ahead of us. We're 10 seconds away from going green flag. Jack Smith is in the pits again. This time, both lights, they match each other. Brilliant start from Marcel Miku. Fantastic start from the Czechia driver. He's going to take the lead going into turn 1. Eric Ornomby on the outside, they've crashed. That is Callum Scotland crashing into Chappelle, and they've all crashed. And they are all round, and Gabriel Victor also parked with Jules Flynn. They've hit each other again. Marcel Miku is into the lead. And we are under full course yellow conditions, so no positions can be gained now. They're still racing, they're still crashing. Whoever that crashed, whoever crashed into the cars ahead, Darren McAllister should get a penalty now. Well, his penalty is dropping back through the field, because he did not react to the full course yellow message. The full course yellow is immediately ending. We're almost side by side for the lead. Who is going to react first? Full course yellow delta has been breached by Alex Perry, so he gets 5 seconds. I believe that is not on the stream, but side by side for the lead. Marcel Miku around the outside, brakes later. Eric Ornomby using the inside curb and almost hitting the rear of Marcel Miku. Daniel Ari, meanwhile, at the back going side by side with Jakub Borovic. Fantastic run from Eric Ornomby. And now he's going to challenge Marcel Miku down towards this very tricky left-hander. You have to spot your braking point. Very close between Jan Robel and Matt Gringo. As they all now close in onto the race leaders. So quick look at the tyre compounds. We have new tyre compounds this season. We have hard, mediums and softs. And you can see Marcel Miku struggling because he's chosen the hard compound for race number 1, the longest race of the night, and everybody behind almost, apart from Evitas Kridervicius, is on the hards, or is on the mediums, I beg your pardon. Evitas and Marcel on the mediums. Evitas goes off, Callum Scotland follows him in, and he's spun again, and Daniel Henry has retired from the server. It's all gone wrong for Callum Scotland on his Phoenix SimSport Assetto Corsa debut. He started second, he crashed with Anthony Victor Chappelle into turn 1. He is now down to 17th with a lot of damage. Jack Smith is clearly not racing tonight. He is a spectator because he's not driven out of the pits. Calm down then. Birch apparently was on the track, says Paul Anton. I hope that has resolved itself. Full course yellow again. Jakub Borovic has been turned around at turn number 2. Now there are further trouble for Darren McAllister. He's down to 16th. Full course yellow deployed. Marcel Miku still leads. So then a quick look of the start. Let's go. Callum Scotland, let's rewind a bit. On board with Callum Scotland. Ooh, from that angle, it looks like Chappelle turned into him. And then it's melee. It's absolutely melee. Look at the cars going all towards him. From this angle then. Oh, it's a close one. I'm not sure. It might be a racing incident. We have gone green flag racing already. Eric Ornomby now side by side with Marcel Miku using the advantage of the mediums. He has more grip. He's going to try to go around the outside of the Czechia driver. He's done it. Fantastic from as we are making contact for P9. Fantastic move from Eric Ornomby. Marcel Miku still right behind him. So more full course yellow delta being breached as Lachlan PP spins coming out of the right-hander. He's dropped 3 positions now from 9th to 12th. Oh, Marcel Miko getting very shaky in the final corner. Side by side for P10, Xu Fling. Alongside Anthony Victor Chappelle. Now this is important. I believe it is still the top 10 reverse grid for race number 2. So whoever gets P10 will get pole for race number 2. And this is so much to look out for here on the opening round of the season. And the battle for the lead will ensue again. Let's go on board with Marcel Miko. Getting the slipstream, there's no push to pass this season, so it's purely done on the slipstream. Later on the brakes, around the outside, goes the Czechia driver. The Swede defends the inside line, getting a little bit understeer on the exit, but he fends off Marcel Miko side by side for third. Meanwhile, Matt Gringo in the number 3 car from Mantis Racing goes to the inside of Jan Robel and takes third away. Still side by side for the lead. Eric Onombi chops the nose off Marcel Miko as Jan Robel sends it to the inside. He's going to go too deep. Matt Gringo with a fantastic cutback takes third away, or takes third back rather, for the Italian driver as he makes a move on the Polish driver. Very close for P17 as Callum Scotland is down to P19. He must have so much damage. It is Gabriel Zalienpool now trying to have a fight. And Lachlan PPS spun again. He's definitely slow. He's going to be passed by Jakub Borovic. Down to 14th goes the British driver. Staniewski behind Darlingpole now. Hughes Flint still in 10th. So who has dropped back? Gabriel Victor has dropped back, I think. He's now in 12th. The intro for season 19 featured FR crashing Hockenheim turn 1. Well, it's always going to happen, I think, is the answer to that. It's going to be now, that gap is actually 1.3 seconds. That doesn't look like such a big gap, but it is. And so now it's all to see whether Eric can pull away using his mediums or whether his mediums will die in the later stages of the race. So Marcel Miko on those hards can catch back up. On board with Benjamin Olden. He's now on the back of L3 Fox. And sending it to the inside. Can he make the car stick? Well, he's braking successfully. Ezri Fox, though, goes too deep trying to defend his position. Her position, I beg your pardon. Benjamin holding up to 7th with a successful move down the inside of the chicane. That is one of the cars going off. I believe that is a Thai driver. New Salvin gets on the grass coming out of the hairpin, and he's lost 2 positions. And now under attack from Lachlan PP. The Scot dives down the inside and takes P13 away, and New Salvin is slow again, clearly still struggling, probably because of tire temperature. You could maybe have a guess, as Eric Onombi sets the fastest of the race. 9/10 faster, and side by side is very fast right-hander, as that is one of the Iowa cars passing New Salvin, I beg your pardon. And that is Darren McAllister into 14th with now Evitas Kvitovicius on the hard tires, one of the only 2 hard tire runners on the grid. Also trying to make moves. Yes, him and Marcel Miko are the only 2 hard tire drivers. Battle phase, Anthony Victor Chappelle, after making contact with Callum Scotland at turn 1 lap 1. He's been taken out by Ezri Fox, who understeered and didn't leave the Israeli any, well, space at all on the outside. The big contact between Chappelle and Fox that will promote Shoes Flint up into P9. Gabriel Victor now takes P10 as Jakub Borovic goes around the outside of the returning Ezri Fox into P11. This is absolute carnage. Now, last season, I believe, in round number 1 Sachsenring, we also had 20-odd drivers, and then it became around 13, I think, on average, 11 to 15. By the end of the season, everybody kind of just settled down. The new season, first track, the first, well, feeling of these cars, there's bound to be accidents, there's bound to be chaos. As now, that is that Chappelle going? No, that is Flint going to the inside of Victor. He's gone off straight one way. Oh my goodness me, he's gone way off, and that's gonna relinquish 10th place to Jakub Borovic, who's gained a lot on this lap. Now he is in that prime reverse grip pole position, as Jules Flint after rejoining, now ahead of Ezri Fox. With Lachlan PP and Darren McAllister close behind the pair of them. So we've got a big train from P8 all the way down to 16, so 9 different cars in this gaggle. As a car behind, that is Lachlan PP, goes very deep into turn 1, so look at the run that Darren McAllister gets. He's just passed Lachlan PP like he wasn't even there. Maybe because Lachlan PP got a cut warning and he decided to lift off to not get a time penalty. So up into 13th goes Darren McAllister in the AOA WL Motorsport entry. The lead up ahead now is 3.5 seconds. Eric Ornomby is making full use of those medium tyres. Now will they hold on for 18 laps is the question. We're only on lap 6 of 18. As we finally can take a break. It's been action galore in the first 6 laps here in the brand new season of Formula Regional. We got a battle for 13s, 12s rather, on our hands with New South and also piling the pressure on Lachlan PP just behind the pair of them. Oh, down into the hairpin, very close between McAllister and Zachary Fox. Into this very tricky braking zone. But on the corner, you have to kind of trail braking into the corner. And now, oh, a big tank slapper from McAllister coming out of the final corner. But they're both closing in on the driver ahead, which is Jules Flint. So we could see a battle for P11 now. A 3-way fight as they are getting pulled away by Jakub Borovic, who's now on the back of Gabriel Victor. They need to try to maybe walk together or not, because Gabriel Victor has spun. And that is rather dangerous. Rejoining onto the track, he's put too much throttle down. It's a miracle that it did not hit anybody with such a dangerous rejoin. Back down to 16th goes the Frenchman, very unlucky, but that means Jakub Borovic, who has to avoid a spinning Gabriel Victor, is now losing out as Jules Flint completely botches his braking point. He's gone to Nürburgring. So who's taking advantage then? Ezri Fox is up to P9, 3 wide for P10. The reverse grip pole fight is absolutely heating up. That is Jakub Borovic recovering to P10, and down the inside goes Jules Flint. They almost make contact. They are not from the same team, but they are from the same team, if you know what I mean. As Ezri Fox, it's a pole run coming out to the right-hander, now into this very fast corner. Oh, and off goes Jules Flint in the MCS Motorsport, double yellow Motorsport livery. And he is now going to be under huge pressure from the cars behind. It was somehow contact with the ring pole and Callum Scotland. It must be a spin from the ring pole then. And now back on board with Darren McAllister. P10 is right there up ahead of the British driver from Jakub Borovic. As the top 8 has now driven away from each other. Jan Robel now firmly ahead of Matt Gringo in P3. With Federico Latini now closing in on Matt Gringo. I believe they are teammates indeed. So both Mantis Racing drivers up in 4th and 5th. It's actually a fantastic run from Jakub Borovic. Maybe he has less win than the competitors alongside him. And now he is going to challenge Ezri Fox into the hairpin. Very tricky corner to deal with in this edition of Formula Regional, and fantastic dealt with by Jakub Borovic. He's made a clean move on Ezra Fox. Up into 9th goes Borovic. Of course, the Polish driver, one of the 5, I believe, Polish drivers on the sign-up sheet, as Ezra Fox gets her tail out. Now he'll be, or she will be, rather, under attack from Darren McAllister. We still have this 6-car train for P9, basically fighting for the front row of race number 2. Be safe, jointly, yes. Paul Anton says in the chat a very famous quote from the league owner, aka Maverick Andrew Tegat. And going wide in the background is New Salvan, but he's hung on to this battle pack, which is not bad for the Thai driver, considering his previous best finishing position is, I believe, also a P12 actually, so he can probably try to refresh his personal best if he does something better. And Blackland PP gets a shocking run coming on towards the long straight, and I believe New Salvan couldn't avoid him and went into the side of it. Meanwhile, side by side for P9 again. This time, Ezra Fox has the slipstream. This time, she has the inside line, and she's cut too much of the inside curb. So Jakub Borovic will get the cutback. I believe Ezra Fox is a she. I don't know who told me that, but that has been in my memory. I hope I got that right. She couldn't make the move stick as off goes Jules Flint in the purple car. Lachlan PP well fends off New Salvan, who's got a better exit. Now can he go around the outside then, going for the cutback? Fantastic job from the Thai driver, but he is still alongside. And Latini has been passed. Latini, who was on the back of Gringo, has been passed by Alex Perry. And McAllister now trying to go around the outside of Fox. What's happened to Benjamin Olding? Benjamin Olding has retired from the session. So it's Ezra Fox gives a little bit of a love tap to Darren McAllister. So this is now the battle for P9. So now, well, all of them are on the good positions in terms of as Federico, I think, goes off into turn 2. Now, what's happened there? Too many actions, not enough cameras. Gabriel Victor now has unfortunately also retired from the session. Callum Scotland is trying to make a recovery. His car must be so damaged. Oh, and that is a bit of a lag from Frank Staniewski. So Callum Scotland now up into 14th. Is the Scottish driver as he negotiates a hairpin, a bit wide for Darren McAllister. He's holding on to nice, so less pressure for Darren, more pressure for Ezra Fox, because Jules Flint is still lurking behind. And he will definitely want to take that P10 away from the Canadian driver Ezra Fox. Fastest lap for Marcel Miku. Now, is that a sign that the hards are now faster than the mediums? There's 7 or 8 laps to go if you include this one. The gap has increased up to 4 seconds. However, anything can happen in the final 8 laps. As Gabriel Victor is not happy with real penalty. If you're talking about track limits, you have to return to the tarmac at a lower speed than the speed you took going out of the track. Of course, it might be something else, as Anthony Victor Chappelle has passed Federico Latini, as his tires fallen off the rim or something. He was 5th, he was catching Matt Gringo. He's not got no performance, does Federico Latini. And look at Latini's pace. He's lost 10 seconds to Chappelle in the last 3 laps. And it's mammoth. Very close battle for P10, aka reverse grip pole. Latini has attached himself to the rear of Chappelle. Is the Italian going to send it? Sends a fake, doesn't go for the move. That should be Chappelle's through. He's turned him. Jules Flint has turned Ezra Fox around. In cruel fashion, Ezra Fox loses 10th position. And he's now behind the other MCS Motorsport entry. And Callum Scotland, meanwhile, is up to 13th. What a recovery after crashing and spinning and another car off. Ezra Fox on those very hot tires after a high-speed spin has unfortunately dropped down to 15th on her debut. Darren McAllister, meanwhile, has dropped behind Jules Flint some time ago. So now he's in that 10th position. Ma Xiaoming, meanwhile, is getting pulled away by Gordon B again, so those mediums still walking for the Swedish driver. As Darren McAllister now to the inside of Jules Flint into turn 2. That's not really a good position to make the overtake, because now Jules will get the draft, will get the slipstream, and they will continue their fight for P9 all the way down the back straight. Callum Scotland has made himself up into 12th as Ezra Fox now pits for damage. Down the inside goes Jules Flint. He takes 9th away from Darren McAllister again. As Latini has still kept onto the rear of Chappelle, so must be mistakes instead of tire dropping off for the Italian driver, because his pace now is normal again. Round the outside goes McAllister. That's rather ambitious. Flint was on the inside curb on the sausage, so he was always going to bounce wider, but McAllister backs off, gives way, and now battle for P11 behind them. Scotland is absolutely chasing. He wants a reverse grip pull. He's got 6 laps to do it. First up, the Scottish driver of Lachlan PP ahead of him. Side by side for 9th again. Latini pits. Latini is in the pits. He's not got enough fuel, has he? Unless I remember wrongly, there's no mandatory pit stop for Formula Regional, right? And now, moving to the inside is Callum Scotland. He's made the move stick. He's up to 10th. Now Latini is right behind the pair of them. If he did change tires, he is... He's on softs. So that might be strategy from Latini. Yes, Lachlan PP gives Scotland a shove at the back. So this is strategy for Latini then. He's on to those softs. His mediums must be ailing. And can he try to catch these two? As Lachlan PP tries to hand all the way around the outside to fend off this precious P10. But if they cost each other too much time, Latini is there to pounce. Ooh, spin for McAllister. An issue for McAllister in the final corner. Now he's going to drop into the clutches of Callum Scotland, as well as Latini and Lachlan PP, who's all joining the battle. So the fight for P10 will be very, very quickly, well, heating up. I guess Lachlan PP breaks way later than Latini. And he misses the corner. It's a brilliant exit from Latini, who needs to use the soft tire advantage now. He's on 1 lap old softs compared to 13 lap old mediums for Lachlan PP. Side by side for 11th. Latini needs to not waste so much time on Lachlan PP. He's going to try to set up the cutback as Callum Scotland gets a brilliant run coming out of the hairpin. He takes P9 away from Darren McAllister. Lachlan PP trying to squeeze. We've seen contact in this corner before. We've seen contact in this corner again. And Lachlan PP fends off again from Latini, who's not really gaining on those fresh, soft tires. And in fact, they're both getting chased out by Frank Staniewski right behind the pair of them. Has Lachlan PP's fantastic defense caused Latini a potential? What's happened there? Jules Flint has at the moment. Jules Flint has rejoined right in front of his teammate. Darren McAllister is through again. Darren McAllister gains 2 positions. He's back up to P8. Callum Scotland now involved with his teammate. As Jules Flint has all, Scotland almost rounding the final corner, and we are about to have a 6-car train for P8 again. Into the pits goes New Salvin. Unfortunately for the tyre driver, he seems to also have dropped out of contention. And now side by side for 12s. I believe that is, yeah, Latini has finally cleared Lachlan PP. Now Staniewski is trying to challenge the Scottish driver as he gets a shaky exit. Now Callum Scotland needs to get past Jules Flint. Now, who is that in front? That is a blue flag car of Gabriel Zalimpo, who needs to get out of the way. And he's not getting out of the way. He's trying his best, but he affects one of the drivers in the purple car. Jules Flint gets scared off. Now Gabriel gets out of the way for the pair of them, but he has 3 more blue flag cars to deal with. Xiaomi that's the fastest lap. It might be too little too late as Jules Flint almost rounds into the back of Scotland, and round goes Darren McAllister. He's throwing it away. He's absolutely throwing it away. He would have started P3, maybe P2 if he gets past by Callum Scotland in race number 2. Now he's down to 13th. Now the outside goes McAllister as he passes Frank Staniewski up into 12s. And now in that precious P10 as the blue flag car decides to do a Sebastian Vettel. Into the wall goes Gabriel Zalimpo. Once again, he only signed up an hour ago. What's happened there? Scotland is now slow. Jules Flint retakes P8. Latini around the outside takes P9. Fantastic move from Latini. On those soft tyres, he somehow made it back up to P9. And now he's going to dive to the inside of Flint. That is too ambitious. He has time. Now the gap between 7s and 8s is so far, so there's nothing to fight for ahead. So Latini just needs to make this move clean, and he will be taking P8 in race number 1 here at Hockenheim tonight. The leaders down to the penultimate lap of the race, lap 17 of 18, as Chappelle almost spins. My goodness me, trying to pass Alex Perry. And Latini is still behind Flint, and we are side by side behind them. That is Darren McAllister going wheel to wheel with Lachlan PP. Will go on board with Staniewski in the little box to see the battle up ahead. And to the inside goes Latini, thinks better of it. Jules Flint defends. Around the outside goes Darren McAllister in the little box. And they are going to the edge of the track. McAllister spins again. It must be a setup issue, a damage issue. His car looks so loose at the rear that it is completely uncontrollable. Federico Latini keeps being this MCS Motorsport sandwich. He is now going to send it into the penultimate corner. Jules Flint sees him, leaves him space. Latini couldn't get the traction. They're going to stay side by side in the final corner. Latini leaves space for Flint on the outside. Scotland will get the best run out of the 3 of them, but you can't go 3 wide in turn 1. Scotland backs off, and Latini is going to send it to the inside of Flint. Flint has to go wide. Flint has to go deep. Latini has to lift. 3 wide down towards turn 2. They are making contact. Scotland trying to squeeze Latini. They're both trying to squeeze the Mantis Racing driver in the middle. Somehow they didn't crash into each other. Scotland understated its teammate Flint. Latini tries to hang all the way around the outside. We're still 3 wide on the main straight. I'm losing my voice. This is only race number 1. Now they are making touches. At 219 kilometers an hour, Latini has been bogged down. He's dropped down to P10, but he has the freshest tires. He can't find the way through. Oh, he's taken out most of them. He's taken most of them out. And with 4 course yellow on the final lap, who's going to take P10? Who's going to take reverse grip pole? Lachlan PP gets P10 right before the countdown ends. And breeze. Now Eric Onombi is on the final lap. So these drivers still have 1.5 laps to go to try to, well, battle it out for P8. The problem is, even if you get penalties, it's added after Well, after everything is finished, whoever finished P10 here will start pole in race number 2, as now Lachlan PP up to P9 ahead of Scotland. So the biggest loser in all of that is Jules Flint, as Anthony Victor Chappelle goes to the outside for Alex Perry, trying to take fifths away, and he has lifted off on the outside because he did go out of track limits. Matt Greengrass caught Jean Robert on the final lap. Back to this battle though for P number 9. Lachlan PP has seen the door wide open for him, and now he's going to defend for his life for one final lap to try to hold on in the top 10 to take a reverse grid front row. Jules Flynn down to P11 ahead of Frank Staniewski, side by side for P5 still. Round the outside goes Chappelle. He hits Alex Perry ever so slightly. The teammates are making contact. But coming out of the penultimate corner is Eric Onombi. The Mark 1 Motorsport Swedish driver will take victory here at Hockenheimring. See the 19 Formula Regional has the first winner. He wins by 3 seconds over Marcel Miku. Jan Robel still fending off Matt Gringo for P3 as Anthony Victor Chappelle still tries to attack his teammate Alex Perry. A 95-second penalty has been given to Gabriel Darimpo, so that is quite a hefty penalty for Gabriel as Jan Robel comes out of the final corner, being chased by Matt Gringo all the way to the line. Can he hold on? Just about. Jan Robel takes a debut podium at Phoenix SimSport. Next up across line is Alex Perry. He holds off Anthony Victor Chappelle for P5. Believe Jakub Borovic is 7th. Now what about the 5 for the next positions? Where did Scotland go? Oh, it's Spinny. Spinny is Frank Staniewski. Now who's finished where? Now hang on, who has finished where? Because people are now leaving, so the leaderboard is inaccurate. I believe that is Jules Flint in 10th. I think. I am not sure. Now a quick look of Callum Scotland. He was behind Lachlan PP into turn 1. Oh, I mean, there was a bit of a squeeze on the entry to the corner, but on the exit, I mean, that squeeze is a bit rude. But here, I mean, there was no overlap. And Callum Scotland, so close to reverse grip pole, it's going to start P12, 13. Well, your guess is as good as mine. That was chaotic. I feel like I've watched so many incidents. And well, yeah. I'm also very hungry. So that's not ideal. That was truly one of the races at Phoenix SimSport. I feel like I have so much replay to try to catch up to, but I had no time. Because, you know, live actions keep happening. And, yeah. Anyway, race number 2 is about to start in a few minutes' time. It will be 13 laps. The top 10 are reversed, so it's going to be more chaos than race number 1 for sure. 13 laps is race number 2, not 30. So 1, 3, 13. Well, I feel like I'm so tired now. Maybe that's why I'm hungry. And let's look at the Twitch chat, because there's simply not enough mental capacity for me to do everything. Especially if that happens. Marcel Miku spinning and crashing coming out of turn 1 on his only warm-up lap. So, at least I was correct in saying that Jules Flint did finish P10, so he will start on pole position, because the top 10 from the results of race number 1 is reversed. Everybody starting from 11th or finished from 11th downwards will retain their position. So likely people who finished P9 in race number 1 are starting from P2. Row number 2, Federico Latini from Mantis Racing, car number 397, alongside Jakub Borovic, car number 301 from AOA. Lastly, Victor Chappelle, alongside his teammate Alex Perry in the Double Yellow Motorsport, yellow and black liveries are on row number 3. Then it's Matt Gringo, finished 4th, very close 4th, with Jan Robel chasing the Polish driver all the way to the checkered flag. The Mantis Racing number 3 will start from 7th, alongside Jan Robel from Vision Performance in this very neat purple and green livery. From P8, Marcel Miku and Eric Onombi, of course, who finished P2 and P1 respectively in race number 1, are starting from P9 and P10. Darren McCullough has disconnected from the session. He was supposed to start 11th ahead of Callum Scotland, who's had a very, very unlucky race in the first race. We then got Frank Staniewski ahead of Ezra Fox. Then it's Avidas Kavitaravicius and Gabriel Darimpo going from 15th and 16th. And then Benjamin Odin, New Salvin, Gabriel Victor will round off your 19 driver grid, because Jack Smith is once again watching instead of racing. The lights are about to come on for a more chaotic race number 2, 13 laps ahead of us. And we go racing at Hockenheim. It's a jump start for Darren McAllister as he's rejoined the session, but he apparently isn't ready yet. Jules Flynn takes control into turn number 1. We are already making contact just like race number 1, but this time they all survived. There was contact between Federico Latini as well as Lachlan PP as they move all the way down to turn number 2. Now let's see, does everybody make this through cleanly? Eric Onombi is 3 wide and making contact left, right and center. I believe one of the yellow cars got punted off on Eric's right, but he had Marcel Miku going on his left, so there was nothing that Eric Onombi can do. That I think, I don't know who that yellow car that was in the little shot, and we are moving all over the place trying to pass Lachlan PP. 3 wide into the braking zone. Lachlan PP goes deep trying to defend his position. They go wide, they've all gone wide, the leaders have gone wide. Jules Flynn trying to defend from Matt Gringo has gone all the way round. There's another yellow car in the background going deep, but that's fine, side by side for the lead. Matt Gringo to the inside of Jules Flynn, now on the outside. As standing it in the middle is Lachlan PP. He's completely lost the plot. He's absolutely killed Matt Gringo and taken advantage of Anthony Victor Chappelle up into 2nd. Eric Onombi, our race 1 winner, is up to 6th, but he's under attack from Marcel Miku, and in Marcel Miku, that's Jakub Borovic going past, but he's gone way too wide, and he's spun. Borovic is off. Eric Onombi now being passed by Callum Scotland. Now Scotland qualified P2, so can he now take this victory, because he definitely has pace? And off goes the yellow car of Alex Perry, and off in the foreground is Lachlan PP, and it's still a lag for Callum Scotland. He's lagged back into the car of Alex Perry. He's now somehow alongside Lachlan PP, was dropping like a flag. Down to 5th goes the Scottish driver, almost getting pounded by Alex Perry. And off in the background is Ezra Fox. The Canadian is now Eric Onombi getting very well, Marcel Miku almost rounded the back of Onombi. They all break way too early.
Max Amico almost drives into the back of number 4. Of course, yellow has been called and Arnobi hits Lachlan PP. That must be damage. It's still green flag for now. They can still make moves.